Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Shay, and I'm the owner of Casler Financial, a tax and advisory firm located in Oregon, but serving clients virtually anywhere with good internet. And I'm coming to you today from my home office. I work from home in the Oregon City area of Oregon. And I got to give a little shout out because this is the premiere of these new shelves behind me that a friend of mine, Sam Ewing, built. He's an amazing woodworker, and he built these customized for my space for just this purpose because I wanted a pretty Zoom background that was my real background and not something computer generated. Well, I might still use that on occasion. I do like you seeing me in my actual space because I try to be a real and authentic person. And so thank you, Sam, if you're watching this, for all the hard work on these shelves back there. I love how they turned out. I still need to fill them with some more decorative stuff, but it's very nice. So today I just wanted to come on and kind of talk about my business and who I help, what I can do, what I can't do. I have grown and I am accepting new clients. And you've probably heard me say that I specialize in small business owners and real estate investors. I love helping people that have the same entrepreneurial spirit as myself and have a desire to go out on your own and be self-employed. But I know that a lot of additional stuff goes into that, from the very first decision-making phases of whether you should be an LLC or what type of entity you should have for tax purposes, to how to keep your books and records and what you can deduct, and filing your tax return and tax saving strategies and all the things. So I'm here to prepare your tax return, to advise you, to offer guidance. Even if you maybe want to prepare your own tax return, I'm happy to help give you guidance on how you should set up your business entity and your books and what you can deduct and whatnot. But for all the years that I've been in business, I've basically just been on my own, and I've just recently started expanding. I do have an amazing assistant that you've probably dealt with if you do any business with us. Stephanie came on board with me about a year and a half ago and has been so helpful behind the scenes in keeping me organized and allowing me to have more one-on-one contact with you, the client, instead of doing a lot of the administrative stuff that businesses need on the back end to keep them running. And I also have a couple CPAs working for me remotely this year too. So we'll be able to help more people with more returns, and I will still be reviewing everything that goes out the door. I'm still the owner. I'm still here working the business, but I couldn't keep doing it on my own. So with that said, I do not have a bookkeeping department or like an accounting department. I focus just on the tax return itself, tax planning, tax advising, tax representation, but anything to do with your bookkeeping system, your day-to-day accounting, your invoicing, your QuickBooks, your receipt storage, your journal entries after the tax return is prepared, reconciling your accounts, all of those things really should be being handled by a bookkeeper. And I just don't have the staff to do that. So I know sometimes there's some misunderstanding. You think I need an accountant. I want them to be able to do it all. I am not able to do that. But I do collaborate with a few really wonderful local bookkeepers who specialize in that. And I specialize in tax. And I actually think that that makes us better by specializing in one thing. So if you need help with both, which if you're a business owner, you do, I did implement a policy a couple years ago that my business owners need to use a professional bookkeeper because it's important to have your books and records in order to prepare an accurate tax return. So it'll just help life be less stressful, tax season be less stressful, and your business be more successful. So with that said, if you are in need of that service and you don't have someone in mind, or maybe you're using someone that isn't doing the best job for you, I mean, I do see that on quite a few occasions. It's easy to put yourself out there as a bookkeeper because you know how to put entries in QuickBooks, but maybe you don't fully understand balance sheets and adjusting entries and all of those things. I would be happy to make an introduction. Any of the bookkeepers that I collaborate with closely, we can make it feel like all your services are happening under one roof, being that you don't have to go back and forth between us and get your financial statements from your bookkeeper and bring them to your tax professional. As long as you're okay with us talking to each other, I can get those directly from your bookkeeper. They can get the journal entries directly from me and kind of take you out of the loop as far as that goes. So I'm happy to help make that introduction and make that connection. But I did want to be clear that I personally here at Casler Financial do not offer the bookkeeping and accounting side of things. So if you have a business, if it's an S corporation or a partnership, I do need you to be using a professional bookkeeper in order to come on board with us for tax preparation. If you're just starting out with a small side gig or Schedule C business and you are keeping track of things yourself, as long as you're okay filling out our worksheet, so taking your Excel spreadsheet or your data, however you have it saved, and transferring it to our worksheet and signing off that it's accurate, we can still prepare a return that reports your business on your personal return on the Schedule C that way and kind of get around the bookkeeping requirement. But again, I do highlight the extreme value in having a bookkeeper as part of your team. And so if you're not quite there yet, try to maybe start budgeting for that so that that can be something that you can integrate into your business plan long term. And then, of course, I help individuals too. I mean, businesses are kind of the situation where you kind of usually need more advice and guidance. But if you have a W-2 job or you're retired and are living off your investment income, I also help lots of people like that too. So I would love the opportunity to help you out in whatever capacity you need for income tax filing, compliance, planning purposes. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch. Just kind of wanted to introduce myself because I do get busy this time of year and I can't have Zooms and phone calls with all of you who are potentially thinking about using us. But hopefully this little introductory video can help you get a feel for who we are and what we offer. And if it sounds like a good fit, we would love the opportunity to hear from you. Usually the best first step is if you need immediate advice or guidance on something, you can go on my website and book an advisory session for $250 where we can meet one-on-one and talk about what you need and get you going in the right direction. If you don't feel like you need that, then you can reach out to Stephanie, my assistant, or you can submit the form through our website that you're interested in becoming a client. And then we'll reach out to you with the next steps, which usually involves setting you up with access to our secure portal because we are predominantly a virtual office and allowing you to upload your prior year return. We'll need that anyway to prepare the 2025 tax return, but that helps us to give you an accurate price quote if you want, or just have a general idea of what your tax situation is going into this upcoming season. And it lets you try out our system. So it's kind of dual purpose there. And if you are a business entity client, meaning your business is taxed as an S corporation or a partnership or potentially a C corporation, I do not do a lot of those, but we can. We would also want to collect, in addition to your prior year tax return, the financial statements that were used to prepare the return. So we can look at how those are matching up and if things seem to be being reported accurately. So anyway, thank you for watching. We'd love the opportunity to help you out. So please feel free to visit our website or comment here if you would like further assistance.